You can build your businesses a couple of ways. And you can make money some different ways in Herbalife. But at some point, building it wrong is going to catch up with you. And the only thing that's going to happen is that because of the way that Herbalife is, and because there's more good than there ever is the bad, there's only one thing that ends up happening. It catches up to you and it forces you out the door. It's the only thing that can possibly happen. And so what I mean by that is I know some of you are from some other countries, and then you're in some countries that are in a pretty fast go mode right at the moment. And sometimes you need to start thinking a little bit differently. And here's the way I'd like you to think. Every time you're making a decision, every time you're going to do something in your business, I'd like you to think, is this what Mark Hughes would be doing? Is that what Mark would do? Is that what he would do? I want to cover a couple of rules and regulations on how we're going to play the Herbalife game as we go forward so that we keep the integrity to the company and so on. And it's particularly important that this group understands it. For some of you, it'll seem a little mundane, but you know what? It's real interesting. Even when I meet with the president's team and go over some of this stuff, they still got questions on some of these particular rules and stuff. It's very important that you guys understand some of the rules that glue the company together, because you're the ones that are going to have to teach it. You're the ones that are going to have to communicate it. You're the ones that are going to have to get it to someone else who's going to speak it in another language. And you've got to be able to operate these businesses far beyond what I'm doing from the top, okay? Out of line buying, okay? Where someone comes to you and they want to buy it from you because it's a little bit easier. There's a lot of tendencies sometimes to want to go ahead and sell it to the person, okay? Maybe their supervisor dropped out and stuff like that, and they come to you and they're begging you, geez, I'd like to buy some of your inventory. Remember, when you're selling it to that person, guess who you're stealing money from? Their first upline, their second upline, and their third line, and everybody upline that's in the 2, 4, 6 check. Stealing is what it's called. Stealing. I want you to think about that. And we're not going to allow for stealing. Not going to allow it. See, these rules and regulations that we've got in our company, in our plan, are to protect every single person in this room, no matter who you are. To the lowest little housewife in the company, to the auto mechanic that just gets started, that's got grease stains all over his cans, to the top person in the company with his Brooks Brothers suit. We don't care. Ethics are ethics. This company has never made its decisions on the cash that it makes. It has always made its decisions on what's best for the people. You guys do that with your people, and let me tell you something, you'll create an image for yourselves over the next 5 and 6 years that when you tell your army, go, they will follow you. Okay? Make yourself a stink image, okay? Smell bad after the next 3 or 4 years, okay, of building your group. And I'll tell you something, when you get in a position where you could make a couple of moves that would make you an extra $50,000 or $60,000 a month, I'll show you an organization that won't jump through the hoops based on what you guys tell them. Okay? Remember, you guys are building your own Herbalife dynasties on top of what I'm building also. Okay? And my reputation is no different than your reputation. Okay? Your group listens to you based on who you are, and what you've done in the past. Okay? And so if you want to look at how they're following you, look at what you're doing. So if it was me, leadership always says, do what's best for the group, not what's best for my pocketbook. As long as it's got to do with using the products, wearing something means anything. A button, a cap, a flyer, a sign, it doesn't make any difference. It's the concept. And as long as you're talking to me means anything that's talking. Talking means talking. So, but if you get fixed to something, I've heard people say to me, well, listen, bad deal about this direct mail program and stuff like that. Hey, there's nothing wrong with a mailing program. okay? There's nothing wrong with it, okay? There's nothing wrong with this particular method of operation or that method of operation or this method of operation. Here's the only problem that there ever is with any particular method of operation, is if you start doing something other than what's in the philosophy. For instance, like trying to change the marketing concept. In other words, you add something to the marketing plan or add something extra to the concept that tries to make you some little extra money someplace, somehow, somewhere. Like, for instance, maybe books and tapes, okay? And you start making that one of the issues of your program, and you make that one of the big deals instead of using the products, wearing the button, and talking to people. Or making money on the meetings. Or making money any other way. See, as long as you keep it flexible and it stays within the concept, that's important, because then you're able to get anybody. And that means when I say talk about this philosophy, I'm very serious about it, okay? Because anything that you do outside of the norm, okay, other than using, wearing, and talking, you're going to make a serious mistake. Making anything other than the issue of those three things, and you're going to make a mistake. Sometimes everybody's thinking, okay, we're just going to get this massive organization and give everybody product, and I'll build my check. Yes, that will work, okay? You can get lots of people in the company and sell everybody $4,000 orders, and you can have a meteoric rise in your check, okay? But I promise you, write this down, I promise you, that will fall to its knees any second the recruiting starts to dry up, okay? Because each distributor, okay, each little zero, okay, is only worth the products that they sell themselves. And if they're selling the product and making someone swallow it and reuse it time after time after time, and they have someone that gets customers, that gets it reused time after time after time, there's no reason in the world why your check can't go up steadily if you're recruiting and they're retailing every single month. There's no reason for it to take this spike and go right down if everybody's retailing the product. You want to load people up? Great, but I promise you, you load lots of distributors up with lots of product, and the minute any recruiting starts slowing up at all, it's going to fall down, and you're going to get refunds and buybacks because people are unsatisfied with what's happening, and you're not going to build yourself a great reputation. One of the things that you want to do, okay, even though it might be a little bit slower process, is build a good reputation for you and your organization and this company, because we're going to be here, and some of your kids someday are going to be working this business, and you want them to have a business that they can be proud of when they walk down the street, okay? And out of all this story that I'm telling you, there's only a few things that I've done consistently over the years in Herbalife. I've used the products, write that down. I wore my button. We sell the product. We recruit people into the company, asking people if they would like this opportunity. If they'd like to make $300 a month, great. And treat them like gold. Write that down. See, some people are just looking for the guy who's going to make millions. No, we only need a few people to make millions. We need a lot of people out there that are going to want to make $300 a month. And by the way, it is all your choice. The products are the same for everybody here today. The marketing plan is going to be the same for everybody today. We don't make a different one for the boys than we do the girls. Okay? But if you want to make $500 here today, one of the great things is in Herbalife, you're going to get treated great. Because see, your sponsor, like different companies, most companies, when you're climbing up the ladder and you're getting really good, your boss doesn't want you to get too good because you might take their job. Here in Herbalife, the great thing is you climb up the ladder and you get richer, your sponsor gets richer. And everybody's getting richer together. And so everybody's going, let's get rich, let's go. So you might want to take this down. I've always treated everybody since the very beginning of Herbalife with respect. I've treated everybody equal. Treated everybody nice. I show everybody the big picture of what they can accomplish in Herbalife. And then let them do what they want to do. They want to make $500? Great. They want to make $1,000? Great. They want to make $1 million? Great. Because it's going to take us all, gang. It's going to take us all to take it around the world is what's going to happen. See, that's something you need to know about Herbalife. Because you know what? There's a lot of other companies out there that they'd say, you know what? So what, it hurt a few people. Look at all the business we're getting in. I don't care if it's the loneliest little housewife that got into the company to the top president's team member in this organization. And we have gotten rid of some of the top people in our company in the past. And it don't make no difference. Principles are principles. And this company is going to sparkle, and it's going to shine, and we're going to be respectable, and we're going to do it the Herbalife way. And so when you think about these things, I want you to think about, would Mark Hughes be making this decision? Because let me tell you something, the decisions you're going to make are not only going to be the Mark Hughes consequences, just as important, we will win. And that's got to do with all the integrity of the company. Stay loyal to all the Herbalife rules. They're not easy sometimes, but you got to do it. You got to do it for you. You got to do it for your kids. And you got to do it for the company. Because if you don't stay within some of the Herbalife rules over the years to come, we won't be able to continue to provide these products to every single person in the world. Some of you sometimes think, well, geez, I'll break this little rule, and I'll do this, and I'll ship some products over to, some different countries where it doesn't make any difference. Hey, it does make some difference. Because if Herbalife's not around, none of us are around. So we got to make certain that each and every day we protect the rules and regulations of all of our distributorships. Because the company is the goose that laid the golden egg. And trust me, I have never seen a goose put out so many golden eggs in my entire life as we've been putting out. When we're ready for this worldwide movement, the company looks the same everywhere, it's got a good image everywhere, and we can take this company over the next 5 years and we can make it sparkle so that we're proud of it, our people are proud of it, our children are proud of it, the governments are proud of it, we got no legal problems, okay, and we make the thing shine. That's what we need to do. Ethics are ethics, okay, and we got to not only protect us, okay, but you got to protect everybody in the room, because as a unit